Hi, I am Ricardo Urbina. I come from Mexico and I'm here today with Pascal Schmidt. And we're gonna talk about love, self-love. Self-love. How are you, Pascal?
Thank you very much. I am pleasant in this dark day. And how are you feeling? Are you ready to get down?
Yes, I'm ready. Always good to have a talk with you.
Let's break it down. Let's start talking with your identification.
Yeah, I consider myself, of course, a male gay. But lately I've been discovering myself a little bit more. I would say that I am indeed male, but I think my expression, I identify as gender fluid.
What exactly does that mean to you?
I discovered that you can still identify yourself as a cis, straight male, but you can have an expression that is gender fluid. I just love the fact that I can express myself in a different way.
Big journey of self-love is coming out. Let's talk about your story of coming out a little bit. What happened?
Well, I always knew I was gay since I have use of my knowledge. I even remember being a young kid, maybe 8 years old, and my mom telling me not to scream too high because I sounded like a girl. And I immediately knew that, something wasn't normal. I think growing up, there were a lot of people who, I wouldn't say bullying me, but they always called me the F word or, these things. And then and of course I always denied it. But then when I went into high school in LA, I went to a boarding art school, and art always brings diversity, which I love. And there were a lot of members of the LGBTQIA plus community. And to me, that was so new. I had no idea. And, hearing from my friends or themselves that, they were like hooking up with somebody or kissing somebody, and it happened to be the same gender. To me, I was like, stay what? You're
Excuse
a what?
me?
You're like, you woman and you like the pussy. I was like, it was,
Yeah.
and I was, at the time, I think I was 14 or 15. Mm-hmm. And of course, because before moving to LA, I lived in a bubble. And I guess that bubble was popped. And I went into the unknown. I think that was the first time I really encountered homosexuality personally, like face to face. I fell for my best friend at the time. And that's how I realized that. That's when I came out to myself first. And then when I was 19 maybe, or 20, I came out to my family.
Who was the first person you came out to other than yourself?
So basically the first person I came out to was Fernando, my best friend.
The best friend that you fell for?
No.
Oh. Okay, the other best friend.
Yes. Because we were 3 best friends, let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. And 2 of us fell in love. And Fernando was still there in the picture. And he was the first one that I came out to.
And when you came out to your parents, were you living at home?
No. I was already living here in Hamburg.
Was there a specific reason you didn't do it earlier?
I think I was just afraid. Because as I said, I always knew. And within my childhood and adolescence at home, there were always comments about homosexuals, and I just felt that afraid. Yeah, I was afraid to come out to them, and that's why I didn't do it.
What was your first experience with boy?
Sexually?
In general?
Or in general. My best friend that I fell for. He was my first everything, I would say. Of course, he was very naive and very innocent.
So then we get to your favorite questions that you wrote personally. Have you always loved yourself?
No, not always.
And what do you think some of those reasons were?
I think because growing up, society told me that I should have been a certain way. And when I realized that that wasn't me, I realized I didn't love myself for letting them telling me who I was. And for letting them put me in a box that described who I should have been as a person, as an artist, as anything really. So I am a person that I love to give, even if I don't receive anything in return.
Sorry.
I'm gonna rephrase that. I am a person that loves to take care of other people before myself. And when I realized that I needed to be a little bit selfish, that's when I realized that I needed to take care of myself and love myself first. So I think that was a beginning. And also having people there holding me, behind me, like supporting me. I think that was the beginning.
And now lately with, media becoming more inclusive and diverse, is there any specific person or experience that you had that really helped you discover self-love?
Yes, I have to thank Luke, because thanks to them, it was a very awakening experience, personally. I did not know what really gender fluid was, or even that was a year ago, no, less than a year ago. It made me realize that there are still things that I have to do and in order to discover myself and to love myself more. And I think they were a very, influential moment, let's put it that way. And Frida Kahlo, love that woman.
Throw her in there.
Just put her there.
For any of the people out there watching this, do you have a little advice for them to help themselves love themselves more?
I think a good advice that I can give, I guess, it's that if you're afraid of doing something, that's the thing that you have to do in order for you to grow and to learn and to love yourself. I know it's not easy, but just do it.
Thank you so much, Ricky, for having this conversation and being so open about your lived experiences with your own sexuality.
Well, thank you for coming today, Pasky, and it's always lovely to talk to you, and hope to talk more in the future.
Bye!
And in case you missed our holiday special, you can still watch it on our YouTube channel. You can find the link in the description below or in our bio, and follow us on Instagram.
All right, Ricky, thank you so much for coming here and being so open
It's my
about
house.